We're gonna dive into some real super important stuff, like why I need to lose this weight, how like thick my cheeks looked on camera. This is something that I have to do. For one, I know the plans that he has for me. I have to meet him halfway if I want something to be done about it.
Okay, you get too close.
That's what I'm saying. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're gonna dive into some real super important stuff. So I have my annual appointment coming up soon, and I'm gonna be sharing my information on basically why I need to lose this weight before my doctor's appointment. Now, although I set this very big goal for myself, there's other things that I wanna make sure I accomplish for this, as well as things with just overall health and just certain numbers and things, not just so much focus on the scale numbers. So let's get into it. Now, for some of you that are new that may be wondering why this is even important, why am I posting this? Back in June, I believe, I ended up having this emergency situation where I had to go to the hospital. Your girl's blood pressure was so high, I almost had a stroke and all that stuff. Me being young and somewhat healthy at the time, I was doing really bad habits and basically, developed high blood pressure and other stuff, gained a lot of weight, and I've been on this journey to kind of reducing all of that, from weight, blood pressure, and all that. I've shared a lot of my journey. If you guys want to check that out, you can check out some of the other videos I have in the playlist. But I've been doing very good, and also my more so recent video, I showed you guys how much weight I lost, but I kind of feel like I hit like a little plateau. So for me, I want to get down even more, and especially for this appointment, because one of my goals is reducing the medication to even not having to take the medication. So I've been focusing a lot on my nutrition and just exercising and just certain patterns and habits that I've been doing to kind of help me with this, and I've been sharing a lot on the journey, especially with a lot of recipes, so you guys should make sure you check that out. But one of my main goals was to lose a certain amount of weight. I have to lose about 19 point something, so we rounded up to 20. Now I know within a month's time span, that's a lot of weight to lose in such a short amount of time. Some people may say it may be unhealthy, but honestly, I'm just setting this big goal for myself to kind of really push me to lose the weight that I need. And I'm more so focused on like overall health. So just getting my numbers down. Like I said, my blood pressure has been really great, and we're gonna have a checkup soon to make sure everything is functioning right. So with that being said, I feel like I needed to kickstart back and really get back into this groove again to really start decreasing that weight, because like I said, I hit like a little standstill, and I feel like it's about that time to kind of adjust and reassess so we can get back down again. One of those main things is the nutrition and meals. Okay, so listen, hear me out. I know you guys are gonna talk about the breakfast. I know you saw the bread. You're probably like, how are you talking about losing weight? You over there eating bread. I need to tell you, it's okay. We're trying to make this nice and balanced. And to be honest, as crazy as it sounds, before and some of the other things that I was doing to help me lose weight, I was on this big sandwich kick. I was eating sandwiches almost every day, and sometimes almost like 2 times a day, multiple times. Now, although I did that, I did try to make them more nutritious and as balanced as possible, adding a lot of colors on it and a lot of food to really get full, and not so much of just like the fatty ingredients. So that worked out for me. But more so recently, your girl has been on this binge of eating chocolate chip cookies. I don't know what it's been, but those cookies have been so good. And the fact that I found vegan cookies, I feel like I think I made an excuse for it. I've been tearing these cookies up by box after box. So I finally got that out of my system, which is good. That's something I want to do, is not deprive myself, because that seems to kind of like help with the journey and not so much of a diet. So it's more long lasting. So I did eat the cookies. I got it out of my system, but now we're already working it out and getting everything back right. But normally my main goal is making sure that I get a lot of protein, as far as, like I said, well-balanced food choices and groups, is really getting the protein. Now I say high protein, but I really don't want to go over the amounts of protein. But normally when you're saying high protein, sometimes you just get that reminder of trying to add protein with everything you eat, like with every meal, every snack. That tends to help out because you'll eat less of the bad stuff. So it's not like you're going overboard with the protein, if that makes sense. So I found some cool ways to try new snacks and foods to make sure I'm getting that protein in. A lot of the meal prep and stuff that I was doing previously really helped me. So along with like teriyaki bowls, I tried a new snack with this yogurt. I seen it where people make a protein yogurt and they add these flavor packets in to give it a whole new taste. So if you're doing the plain types of pudding mix, that's good as long as you're watching your levels. If you're someone that's not monitoring certain fat, I don't really know the fat content and all that, but I'm doing for sodium purposes. But that is a very high protein snack, and for some reason it tasted kind of like a cheesecake thing to me. I went with the lemon before, I've tried banana, and I'm sure there's other flavors, but I kind of also wanted to try the zero sugar ones. But there's like a lot of other flavors you can choose from, like pistachio, there's chocolate, white chocolate, probably raspberry. There's like all kinds of different flavors. If you look it up, I'm pretty sure you can just try different ones to see what you like. But for me, I'm kind of a simple plain person. I really liked that lemon one and the banana, so I definitely would keep that in rotation, as well as plain vanilla. That can do it too. So that's why I say get in that zero sugar pudding mix, because all the other ones have so much sugar, and then there's all kinds of different flavors you can transform them to, so it's still going to be like a healthier option for you. One other thing that helped me is also FitnessPal. Now I used to do FitnessPal a lot, then I stopped on and off, and I felt like I didn't know if it really helped for me or not. Realizing when I started back doing it more so recently, it helped me a lot, and then I fell off track with logging my food. Then I realized once I started back logging it again, I realized the food choices I made, and then seeing the weight fluctuation, that can help you make smarter choices. So some people think it doesn't work, but for me it helps keep a mental, instead of like a mental log, but like, you know, make better choices in a sense, because you can see what you're eating, how much protein you got. If you didn't get enough protein, if you see certain numbers going up, that makes you want to make sure you're adding that extra protein in. Like if you're doing a snack, go in with some more almonds or something else like peanut butter that has higher protein. Or if you don't like the fat, trying other options. Like I said, instead of having like ice cream or some kind of like fatty sugary yogurt, go with that Greek yogurt option with the pudding mix, and it's like sweet enough to satisfy you. Now another important thing is also these workouts. Now for me, I've been wanting to get back into running, and I don't know why I chose now. And then I went out for one run. After that, it's been getting super cold, so I haven't been able to go out. I am gonna try the treadmill and other stuff, but sometimes I don't really like running on the treadmill, but we'll see if we can work that in, because I do have some hip pain that I've been trying to work on. And one other thing I wanted to do too was boxing, and I feel like for boxing you have to get your cardio up and endurance and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother subject I'm working on. So with that being said, I'm also working on mobility type exercises. Now I can go to the gym, do the same routine, certain exercises and things, that's great, but I feel like I want to do something more functional. So when I'm doing exercises, it's not just a basic one movement motion of like a bicep curl or a lat pull down. Kind of do something different with different movements, so you're working different body parts, if that makes sense. So more so recently, I've been trying different modes of exercise, which is like that Oculus gaming. His face is red. I don't want to move because the last time I kept hitting walls.
I'll let you know when you buy it. Get him. Okay, you're getting too close to me.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you was getting close to me.
But he's moving.
Okay, go. Yes, you could. Get him. Go. Get him.
I'm gonna put my guard up. There's all kinds of workout plans on there that can get you moving, like doing some, yeah, you can say agility on there, some agility type stuff. I want to do explosive workouts, and like I said, just overall functional movements that can help me move a little bit better, stretch better, and kind of use more of my body, if that makes sense. And even on those days where I don't feel like doing anything, I try to get steps in. Like if I don't feel like going to the gym, or if it's late, I do walking in place and running in place and different types of exercises, and I noticed that did help me, especially with my pressure. It still felt the same almost as walking, as long as you're keeping that up tempo and things like that. So that really worked, along with these morning and evening stretches to really make sure I'm stretching out this hip and my overall body. And I notice when I do that on certain days in the morning versus the days that I don't, I feel a whole lot better. So that's something you can definitely add. Okay, so let's get to some of these challenges. I know everyone has their own challenges when you're trying to do certain things. One major thing for me is being consistent with working. Now, I know that can be hard for anybody, doing this at the same time with whatever daily life stuff you have. You know, if you're a mom, dad, whatever, and doing daily life and daily working, 9 to 5, self-employment, whatever it is, that can be a big challenge. And you kind of just have to find ways to sneak it in a way and make it become a part of your routine. That way it won't feel like a chore when you're doing it. You'll really enjoy it more. Now for me, I just have to drill it in my head, saying that I know that I have a goal, and that really pushes me to make sure I am doing what I need to do to get there. So honestly, just me reminding myself and keep thinking in my head, setting a deadline that I need this done by this day. I'm trying to lose this and do it now, and not procrastinate, and do it so where it's on the daily and making better choices, so I'm not waiting to the last minute, like 3 days before my appointment, and I decide to do like a juice cleanse or a fast or something like that. That's never the answer. But also, I like to celebrate like non-scale victories. So for me, I noticed that exercise can definitely be a mood and energy booster. Days where I realize I haven't been exercising for a bit, or even just walking or anything, I feel like sluggish, fatigue, and just like overall off. Like I just feel tired, exhausted, almost like in a depressive state or something. Like I just feel like something's missing, and majority of the time that's just me getting up and going for a walk or anything, and I feel like I bounce back with so much energy. It's crazy the way your body works. And also for like discipline, I do feel like faith has disciplined me a bit. As weird as it may sound, but first off, you guys know I'm going to find a way to throw God into this in any way possible. But with my studies and prayers, I do kind of feel like this is something that I have to do. For one, I know the plans that he has for me, and for me, getting healthy is only going to help that. So I have to share my own testimony. I have to share this education and things that I learned to help other people on their journey, and just to basically show people that like I'm living proof, to show you guys that things can be done. So really, I do say it is by the grace of God, but I also feel like I have to put the work in myself. Like I have to meet him halfway if I want something to be done about it. I can't just be asking for any and everything and not doing anything else about it as well. And also, as far as progression, I did notice a few things. Some of the main things I noticed, of course, everyone kind of tends to see, is also your clothes that you're beginning to fit in. Like there's some clothes that I fit in that were super duper tight, and now they became less tight, or they're not even uncomfortable anymore. So that's a good feeling as well. And then also looking at how like thick my cheeks looked on camera. Like I looked at old videos, those suckers were puffy and thick. I was so inflamed, but I can just see it a lot of times come down in my face. And I also look back at some photos, like I can see how it looked before. Like it's weird. I don't want to say I can see the pain from those photos, but thinking of how I feel now, how much better I feel from a standpoint of the blood pressure and things, when I look back at some of those other photos, like even when I went to VidCon, which was about like a year and some change ago maybe, and even more so within the last few months or whatever, when I thought I was feeling good, but thinking about how I feel now, looking back at those photos, I can remember how I felt at that time. It is nowhere near like I feel now. Like I feel amazing. And even then, I thought I was recovered then and healthy. That's nothing compared to now. But I do want to encourage you guys, for whatever state you're in, if you're looking to make these changes, kind of go along the journey with me, just to keep going, no matter how small of a progress you make. Even if you had to restart, if you gain some weight, you haven't been eating like you're supposed to, and you know that, you haven't been exercising, just kind of get started, because you guys know those small little changes that you make can become habits and help you along your journey. Like I say, it's okay to restart. Just try every day to make those small changes and create better habits, because those are the things that are actually going to stick and help you on the journey. And then when that even gets better, you can start to even be able to do more than what you used to be able to do. But if you guys do enjoy this journey and you want to stick along with me, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you guys can see that update video that I am going to post in the next few vlogs. And also give it a thumbs up if you feel like you're going to be in this challenge with me, or even if you just support me and want to see me go along this journey. But that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.